So if you think about a horizon of just the next 5 years, right, there is tremendous churn happening with generative AI. So we are just, entering this era of generative AI being, and then which is what we call agentic AI. Soon it's going to, turn into physical AI, taking a big workload in terms of how digitization continues in the ecosystem. So from our perspective, I think there are a couple of areas. One is, how does compute and cognition, areas really are going to grow? Leveraging the capacity of compute and memory that's already available. So anything that has a fundamental, change in how compute can get accelerated, and then we can do this very power efficiently and at cost, are very attractive areas. For example, interconnects is one big area where, we believe is where you're going to harness the capability of compute and memory, and that's a big, area of growth. The other area where we think is things like embodied AI, where generative AI companies that are doing more platform approach to enabling discovery of new materials or reducing the cycle time for research and development through generative AI tools, whether it's multi-physics simulation or it's even material discovery, including synthesis. Those are big areas that can have a transformative effect in multiple industries. So an investor like Temasek looks at those opportunities as having much more favorable risk reward profile in the next 5 years. So if you think about where the next phase of growth is happening, I certainly think that there is going to be significant number of deep tech startups. It's already happening, and it's going to continue to grow in that direction. And each one of them is looking at solving problems in multiple different ways. So I think that's the power of having multiple startups, trying to find new ways to go and solve the power problem, which is really the one that's holding back. It's really not the compute and memory at this point. The bandwidth is there, and what's going to hold back is the power consumption. So there are multiple ways, and I think there's going to be a significant growth in the number of startups in the ecosystem. Some of that are going to get really funded through really early stage VC capital intensive conviction. And then down the road, once they begin to scale up, they definitely leverage from either it's government sponsored grants or public grants to further grow to a mature stage. But initially the conviction has to come from early stage VC capital funding.